just going through St. Catharines now, heading up to the cottage for a quick weekend. It's Friday, and I got away early, so now I got traffic. Damn, thought it was going to be wide open here. We got construction. Hopefully it won't be too much. Anyways, heading up to the cottage just for a quick weekend to finish up the wiring on the NEMA 1430 outlet I put in for charging. It works with my mobile charger and the NEMA 1430 30 amp. It's a 24 amp dongle that you can buy that plugs into the Tesla mobile charger. So I just got to finish that wiring up. I got to get under the front of the house and run a little more wire. So the frunk and the sub trunk are loaded. Just breeze across the border, no problem. But I do have the wire and the conduit, the non-metallic flexible conduit. Got some number 6 wire for the 2 hots, and I got some number 8 for the ground and the common, the neutral. So I just got to run that. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it all done, and I'll come back Sunday. Weather looks good. Right now I don't have the AC running. I just got the fan running on like 8 because it is a little humid, but it's not too hot. It's about 70 Fahrenheit. All right, it's opening up again here. This is good. So I punched in the cottage, and it says I can make it there with 9% remaining. Let's see what it says now. Yeah, 9% remaining. Now, I've been going slow the whole way to the freeway, so now that I'm on the QE here, now I'm rolling, so I'm sure that 9% is going to get eaten away pretty fast. And generally I have to stop, at least for a little quick 5-minute top off, just to get me to the cottage. And once I have a decent level 2 charging up there, I won't really need to charge on the road, because it's about 220 miles, my house, door to door basically. And when you're doing 80 though, 85, because this is all 401, 400, QEW, everybody rolls, and you want to get there. So you're kind of right on that edge with the little LFP 57 kilowatt hour battery that this rear wheel drive has. So that's kind of the situation right now. And I do have a little bit of a cool stop I'm gonna pop into, because a little birdie told me that there's gonna be a new supercharger at a kind of a famous burger stop for cottage country. All right, so we're rolling. I have been doing a little detective work and noticed that they just installed something new, both southbound and northbound. So this is where you pull into the Starbucks first. But look at that. You can see way over there, they're going to have them on the southbound lane too. Yeah, so this is the world famous Weber's right here. And this place is normally just crazy packed, but it's kind of early. I got out of the city early on a Friday. So on the southbound lanes, you can see you walk over from the other side on this bridge. And it looks like there's a bunch of more Chargers getting ready to be commissioned any day now. Because it looks like they're done. They're just not commissioned yet, probably. Probably either 7 or 8 of them. It's Highway 11, just north of Orillia, Ontario, heading up to Cottage Country. So let's go now look at these ones up close on the northbound lanes. So over on this side, this is the Starbucks side over here. So there's a Starbucks over here, and then there's Weber's over there. So it kind of gives you an idea. There's the Model 3 right there. It's like a Model Y or X. It's like a Model Y next to me. And so I'll just show you over here now. Actually, maybe I'll actually just take my car over. Let's go have a look at these. Looks like I'm gonna make it to the cottage with 8%. That's pretty good. And let's see, can I put it up here? All right, so this is the Starbucks. It's all in the same parking lot as the Chargers here, but and they got a nice park setting in the back there with all kinds of tables. So this is pretty nice. I was just checking this out. I'm gonna park over here and then I'll walk over. And here we are at Weber's, the world famous Weber's. And look at this. Brand new superchargers, just waiting to be commissioned. So let's get more into this little stop here that's brand new, and I'll tell you all about it. All right. And this one's a pull-through. So this will work good for, obviously, Tesla pulling a trailer. Could come in, because it'll probably reach to the other side, or I guess you could come in this way. And I guess if you had pretty much any vehicle, you could come in from either way, so that'd be pretty good. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're just waiting to be commissioned, it looks like. So this whole pallet here comes on a truck with the superchargers just right on it. And they just drop them right in, and then they just wire them up. And then this is another one that they bring on a truck here. So let's see if we can get any info from the cabinets here. 600 amp, 4880Y, 277 volts, 4 wire, 3 phase. Same thing there. All right, well, there you have it. This is like a very opportune place for Tesla. Now, just about 7 minutes south of here in Orillia, there's a fairly new, maybe within the past year, supercharger down there. And I have stopped there before, but you do have to get off the highway a little bit. Like, this is the highway right here. And this is probably the most popular place to stop to get one of the best burgers around. And this place has been here my entire life, coming up here. So it's always been, and it's always mobbed. And now it's early Friday, but over the next, say, 6-8 hours between now and, say, 9 o'clock tonight, this will just be crazy here. So I would imagine, I would have thought they should have put more stalls in. But, I mean, I guess it's better than no stalls. Probably because the Orillia one is so close to the south of here. And then you got Bracebridge to the north. So, yeah, really, really cool. Just a cool setup. There's the Starbucks. Weber's is right over there, and then you got the really nice park setting behind there with all the tables. And there's the Model 3. She's doing pretty damn good. She's dirty as hell though. So we'll be on our way here, and that's all I got to say for now. So we're heading north, and we'll see you later. If you look there, I've got my work address set up as my cottage, so it just kind of stays in there. I guess I can make it a favorite too, but anyways, 5% state of charge on arrival, so pretty cool. Like I said, I normally stop for like 6-7 minute charge, go to the bathroom, and just jump back on the highway. But I did a little stop there at Weber's just to look at the new superchargers going in, and I think they just need to commission those, and then they're going to be ready to go. So I took a little break there, stretched my legs, went to the bathroom, and now I've got a supercharger, another one here in Bracebridge before my cottage, which I could definitely go into if I really want to hammer down, but showing 5% state on arrival, state of charge on arrival, and now that I have a level 2 charger, or a NEMA 1430 24 amp setup at the cottage, and that's why I'm going up there. I'm trying to finish that up. I now have the ability to charge there and put some decent percentage back in the battery in a couple hours, so then if I want to go to town and grab some dinner, I can. So it does make a difference with the temperature. Summer temperatures are really nice, 80 Fahrenheit, and beautiful up here. There was a huge slowdown, big accident just before the Burlington Bridge in Hamilton, so it was basically not even moving. I was probably a good 35 minutes there, delayed, and then I just cranked it, just ripped it from once it started going after the Burlington Bridge up to the 403, and then the 401 was just stopped, so I jumped on the 427 and I went north to the end of the 427, which ends at what is it? I think it's Major Mackenzie is where it ends, and then I cut over Major Mackenzie back out to the 400. I came in on Teston Road, actually. I got off at Major Mackenzie, jogged over to Teston, or up to Teston, and then east to the 400, back on the 400 northbound. And again, it was, you know, they'd be doing 85 and then they'd back down to nothing, and up to 85 and back. So there was a lot of like not good speeds between there, basically Toronto and Barrie. And then once you got past Barrie, started to roll. So you lose a good, I don't know, probably a good 45 minutes to traffic. You try to make it up when you get on the fast sections, and then I decided not to stop the charge at all. In the cold months, you pretty much have to stop the charge unless you really drove super slow. But right now, I would say my average is about 75 the whole trip, because I was doing 80, 85, and then I was doing traffic, and then, you know, so right now I'm just cruise control 75, and it's still showing 5%. So, and I'm pretty much at the exit here, so I can crank it up to like 77, 78. The cool thing is I've got the sexy buttons, the commander. So right now, if I hit the right turn signal, get out of the lane, move over, it takes back over. I got it set to 3 seconds. So without the commander doing that, it's obviously plugged into my OBD2 port, and then I run it on the phone. So right now I can't show you because I'm actually filming with the phone, my iPhone, but basically it's got that nice feature. So when I want to pass somebody, I just hit my signal. I do have to take the wheel, which takes it out of autopilot, but then after a set time, which I think I set it to 3 seconds, it picks it back up. So so it works well. And autopilot always has worked great on this car. I mean, without FSD. I did the trial FSD, and I don't really use FSD. I actually like to drive. Maybe if I was driving to Florida or something, but I would probably just use this autopilot, because I think on the highway this autopilot works pretty darn close to FSD. I'm gonna do another lane change, so I just grab the wheel, go over, and 1, 2, 3. So 3 seconds, turns autopilot back on. Pretty nice, and that's all due to the commander. So I only run the commander, run the app on my phone, and I got a really nice ESR MagSafe holder. I'm gonna go back to the right lane after I'm done passing, and 1, 2, 3, boom. And so the phone sits up there, and the nice thing about it is that a lot of guys don't really show. I can't show it because I need another phone to show it. But if you run the Commander app and the sexy app, you use the dashboard, and I have it in landscape, and it's amazing. I have it kind of right over my steering wheel, and it's really cool because basically, sorry for the road noise there. So basically what it does is it gives you your speed and everything, but you can, I have like manual preconditioning as a button, and it gives me my battery temperature. So I always know my battery temperature just by glancing at my phone here. And it also has, oh, got the nag there. It also has drift mode, which is fun, even though there's a rear wheel drive. I tried it once, you know, kind of a party trick, but pretty cool. And basically my favorite part of the app running while I'm driving is when I use the turn signals, the right side and the left side blink on the phone, and they'll be yellow when I have a someone in either blind spot or both blind spots. They're yellow on either side, and of course if I hit the blinker, then they blink red. And then if you just are in the clear, they blink green. So I think out of everything, I didn't really think I would use that feature, or didn't care about that feature. I really just wanted to try drift mode and have manual preconditioning. But like the fact that it does those things with the blind spot warnings is just like, I find that I just love that. So, all right, so enough rambling here. I'm gonna cut this short. We're gonna exit here, and maybe I'll flip the camera around just a little bit so you can see how nice it is up here in Muskoka. All right. Okay, so here's my exit here. It's South Mary Lake Road, and right now I'm showing 4% state of charge on arrival. So I sped up there a little bit. So here's the Ultramar Smith's restaurant, and you got Dean's Home Hardware there, and this is South Mary Lake Road. So I'm just gonna cruise in here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Warm up here. I think it's actually warmer here than it was down in Toronto. little more clouds down there. It's a little clear up here, but we do have a little bit of that haze up in the upper atmosphere from the wildfires out in Manitoba. And oh, there's the river over there. Beautiful. So nice. Yeah, so just a couple weeks ago the leaves were just barely starting, but now they're pretty much out, but doesn't look like they're quite full here. All right, this is the bridge. There's the falls down there. Hard to get any good footage of it, really. And you go down that road to get to the scenic falls. Alright, this is my favorite thing. Get this guy out of my way. Oh no, now there's construction? This car on these back roads, this is Port Sydney Road or Muskoka 10, especially in the summer. Now in the winter when I'm up here it's a whole different ball game because you're on snow and ice, but this car on these roads is a lot of fun. Just gotta watch that state of charge. I'm fine. Only got a couple more miles here to go. Still at 4% state of charge on arrival. I got 4.1 miles to my driveway, 8 minutes. So I may end up editing this up a little bit just so it's not so long, because I really wanted to just show that new supercharger at the Weber's, and I also want to show some of what I'm doing with the charger up here, the installation I'm doing at the cottage. Really is going to be nice to have a level 2 up here, because prior to this, I brought this car up here a couple times over the past couple years, last summer I guess, and I only just was able to use the NEMA 515 dongle, you know, just a regular old outlet, and using that outlet, I think it charges 3 miles per hour if I recall, and it's like 1 kilowatt. So with this setup it'll charge at 6 kilowatt. It's like 5.7 or something to be exact, but it shows 6 kilowatt on the main screen here, and that's pretty cool. Man, I just love this road. So to get 6 kilowatt versus 1 kilowatt, I mean it's all the difference, because now you can just plug it in. Like I'll pull in at 4% state of charge, and I'll plug it in for, I don't know, a couple hours, and I'll be up to like 30%, probably 25-30% in like 2.5 hours. It basically charges this particular car with an LFP 57 kilowatt hour battery about 10% per hour. So that's pretty good. It'll easily charge overnight. But the main thing is I can pull in empty and recuperate in a couple of hours, and recuperate enough for me to be able to drive to town and you know, either grocery shop or go for dinner or whatever you want to do. That was really the main goal of having a level 2 up here. And I didn't want to put a permanent charger up here because it's, you know, there's a lot of times of the year nobody's up here. So I decided to just stick with the mobile charger that came with the car, and then I ordered a $30 NEMA 1430 dongle that plugs right into the charger, so that knocks it down. Like if you put the NEMA 1450 dongle on, then it pulls the full 32 amps, which is all this car can do anyways. But I went with the NEMA 1430, got the dongle, And I know I can turn the amperage down on my app and on my screen because it's a Tesla, but other members of the family, we've got an Equinox EV. Actually, I think we got 2 Equinox EVs now in the family. So I felt that because those cars are not able to dial back the amperage, that this would be the best move to put in a NEMA 1430 so nobody can overdraw. All right. It's too bad those guys were in front of me going so slow. West Point Sands. Here's my little road. So I'll keep the footage running here. And I don't know how much we'll see in the winter. You guys have seen my videos. In the winter, you can almost see the lake perfectly from here. But now you can see it's a lot different. You can't see any hint of a lake until you get way down to the bottom. And even down there, I'll bet you we don't see too much of a lake at all down there. And my state of charge is now 5%. And the car still, the LFP is so good, it just still has full power. Like, it still has tons of jam. There's no way that it goes into even close to anything slows down. I don't even have any little dots on the bar here. And there's the lake. That's about the best view you're gonna get because the rest is all trees. I'll pick the phone up a little bit here. And there we go. Just beautiful. There's Jordy's place. All right, let's put her back on there. And you guys have seen my videos where I'm usually on my snowmobile going up the road here. Looks a lot different in the summer. And looks like a new cottage going. Wow. Wow. Brand new cottage going in here. Look at that place. Very nice. Yeah, my phone, for some reason, it sets off my radar detector. I don't know why it does that. Only once in a while. That was what that noise was. All right. We're just about here in 5%. Let's see if it takes it down to 4%. That's pretty damn accurate, Tesla. Told me 4% way back. Even back in Buffalo, it told me 10% before I started hammering it, so not too bad. And we're getting close.